Artifact is finally upon us. Valve's Dota 2 inspired card game is thrilling, complicated, and at first just a little bit scary. Learning the pre-constructed decks is challenging enough, but what about when you crave greater weapons than the classic blue-black control and red-green brawler decks? Clever put-downs in Steam chat will only get you so far. It's time to increase your repertoire and build your own decks. From effective strategies to the amount of money in your wallet, there are lots of things to be considered. And it just so happens that your good friends at PCGamesN are here to help. We've got some tried and tested starter packs that won't deplete your gold. The only thing we expect in return for our friendship is to be daytime guests at your wedding. And maybe a like and subscribe if you're feeling generous. Don't forget to ring that bell for more PC gaming guides. Are you the kind of person who likes to crush their opponents with overwhelming force? If so, the Green Quick Advancement deck is for you. This is a deck all about building mana in the early game and keeping your opponent on edge with a steady supply of heavily defended creeps. Get an early advantage by playing the spell Stars Align to give your tower 3 extra mana at the start of the game. This lets you play improvements like Cheating Death and Verdant Refuge in the first round, setting you up with a strong defense. For added attack bonuses to all your units, make sure to whip out Mists of Avernus early too. Mana is all important, so play Selamine's Favour improvements and Treant Protector's signature Roseleaf Druid cards to help build up those magic reserves. This extra mana will help you play uber powerful cards like Thunderhide Pack and Thunderhide Alpha early on. Low cost minions like Rebel Decoy and Selfish Cleric will help keep your opponent struggling while you build towards that final blow. If you want to add some rarer cards into the mix, swap out those Traveller's Cloaks for the Revtel Signet Rings to squash your opponent's gold supplies while you build your forces. Or if you want your heroes to move more freely across lanes, try swapping Stonehall Pikes for more Blink Daggers. Next up is a deck that will make you rich off the death of your enemies. It might be morally indefensible, but gold is gold. The Black-Green Bounty Hunter deck provides you with low mana attack cards to keep you dealing damage to your foes, while giving you the tools to ensure you're in the best position to do so. Phantom Assassin and Debbie the Cunning will get bonus damage against enemy heroes, and you can use Bounty Hunter's track signature to get massive gold bonuses for kills. If you can't make that kill, just place a Rebel Decoy down opposite your intended target, then swap in your most deadly unit to deliver the final blow. Direct damage spells like Grazing Shot, No Accident and Pick Off will also help you reel in those early kills. And remember, kills equal money. Speaking of gold, keep it rolling in each round with Iron Fog Gold Mine, and once you have enough, use Payday to double it. Then play Revtel Convoy, a creep whose attack is equal to half your gold. See now why we're all about that dollar? The last essential card you need in any black deck is Slay, which for just 3 mana will eliminate any pesky creep you want. And if you're looking to inject some rarity up in here, splurge on Ravenous Mass. This creep essentially eats its neighbouring units and absorbs their health. Disgusting, but kinda wonderful, like a 3 AM kebab. You know how we said Artifact is a really complicated game? Well, sometimes doing a crazy ton of damage is the only tactic you need. This is exactly what you get with the red-blue control and kill deck. Start with red heroes Keith the Bold and Bristleback to pressure your opponent and make sure their creeps remain under your control, all while Luna builds up charges for her massively powerful Eclipse spell later in the game. Cheap damage spells like Strafing Run and Tower Barrage will help keep your opponent from mustering offense, while the extra cards you'll get from spells like Cunning Plan and Foresight will help keep your hand stacked with powerful spells for the late game. Once your mana's built up, you should start dropping those all-powerful blue signature cards. Eclipse, Mystic Flare and Thunder God's Wrath all deal ridiculous damage and can ruin your opponent's chances in any given lane. If after all this somehow your opponent's tower is still standing, play Time of Triumph, a permanent set of buffs that will turn your heroes from powerful into unstoppable killing machines, which is what we all want really. Stoppable killing machines, no thanks. It's Siege time. Siege allows you to bypass your enemies on the board and deal direct damage to the enemy tower to secure that early victory. Your starting heroes are equipped with abilities that let them quickly assassinate enemy heroes and get bonus damage when the path is clear to the tower. You'll also want to keep cheap creeps flowing onto the battlefield and power them up using the Path of Cunning improvement to continually improve their siege stat. Spells like Slay, Gank and Coup de Grace will help you clear the board of units blocking your most powerful attacks. Then you can use Forward Charge to lead the bigger part of the assault. Take the gold you earn from your early hero kills and funnel it into attack boosts sourced from the item deck. Equip a few heroes with the Red Mist Maul to maximise your siege damage, then boost that number even more with the Cover of Night. This will let you send a given hero anywhere you want for a strategic, game-winning strike against the opposing tower. Finally, we come to the blue-black control deck. It's a must for those who want to harass their enemies and make them play by your rules. You'll start out with tons of inexpensive improvements that will slowly drain the health of your opposing towers, and while they're at it, whittle away the life of the creeps and heroes on the board too. Venomancer will overwhelm your opponent with tons of extra creeps, Zeus will keep laying the damage on his neighbours, and Necrophos, he'll grow more and more hit points as you slice away the enemy creeps in his lane. Ogre Magi will keep those powerful blue spells in your hand, and Lion can kill many heroes outright with a single use of his active ability. There's loads of counters available here. If a powerful enemy creep crawls onto the board, slap it down with Slay. If a bunch of weak units threaten to take your tower, block them with a dimensional portal. A couple of powered up heroes ruining your advance, make them battle each other with friendly fire. And if one lane is getting out of control for your side, you can send some backup over there with a Blink Dagger. In short, you'll be equipped to counter every single one of your opponent's moves and ensure they can never effectively use their own strategies. Frustrating for them, but a game-winning move for you. And who do we care about in the end? That's right, you, which is why we're expecting a seat at the top table for that wedding. And there we have it, the very best cards that make up the core of 5 brilliant artifact decks. If you check the description below this video, you'll find a link to PCGamesN.com where we run down every card you need to build the full version of each of these decks. Be sure to take a look at that if you want to stick closely to our advice. Alternatively, you can use the suggestions in this video as the foundation for your own bespoke decks. In the meantime, make sure to like, subscribe and ring that bell for more PC gaming advice from PCGamesN.